Sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. On the move past the 40. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Stafford on first down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, here's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
It's showtime. Let's roll. Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. A run by Dallas to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Smith. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And taken right on the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Stafford. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun, here's Smith. And this one is incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 53. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams have moved out in front. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Do your thing. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Here we go. Give it some. Oh, man. Oh. Pay attention. Pay attention. I feel you, dog. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Let's go, fellas. This is what we should Let's have what it takes. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. I got my pop on down for you. It's a little more. Let's go.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Smith on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Smith now to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Walker with a grab, left side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Running right, here's Walker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go again here with Akers. Shifts by him, and some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, it's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
Here's Powell on the return.
And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Oh, let's go now. Let's go. It's on.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Geno on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Second and 2.
From the 50, it's Smith.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Smith.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Buying time to his left.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
On second down, a run with Dallas.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Geno now to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Walker.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second down and goal. Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try and run. Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
On first down, Stafford here.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second down at 7. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Stafford finding Jefferson there. First down, L.A.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Second and 4.
From the 50, Stafford.
Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a first down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Smith.
He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Again, it's Stafford.
And that would complete to Skoranek.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. From the 24, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They'd been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Rock and roll, baby. Oh, man. It takes all gets about that time.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. First, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They run again with Walker. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.